Hi, gorgeous. It's Kai Ashley here. And today we're going to talk about how to know which thoughts are actually toxic, even though they seem negative on the outside. So as you know, I love to mix it up with different colored wigs sometimes. If you go back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have all these sorts of wigs. I have a whole entire box of them. And today my client, last session, my client actually, we were talking about them, and I told her I'd wear this today for her. So here I am. And let's talk about how some thoughts are actually negative that seem positive. Now, this is one of the biggest problems that people have is you will believe everything that you hear in your head. You're believing it. It tells you that you're not enough. It tells you your thought. You think that you're telling you that you have to try harder, that you have to do more, that there are ways you should do things. But did you know that they are the actual toxic thoughts? Because the way that our minds actually work is that when we decide that something is done, it becomes done in the spiritual plane, like it's right here next to your head, like a little seed planted in the ground that's growing into a big tree. But every time you tell yourself that it's not happening, you can't do it, you don't know, it's not going to work, it's like you're digging up that seed all over again. So this is why it's really important to get control of your thinking and understand that you're meant to set your mind like the GPS. This is what I teach in my programs. I'm teaching it in Trust Your Way into Alignment right now, how to actually get control of your thinking, because it's so important that you think from the top down. You don't think, what can I do to get what I want? You think, this is what I'm getting. Now, it's really important. There's lots of little complexities to it. It's really important you understand that you don't need what you think you want. And this is where the first toxic thought comes in, where you think, when I have, then I'll be happy. Or I can't be happy unless I have. Or I can't do ABC unless I have money, a relationship, the body I want. And now logically, that seems true in many cases. But actually, it's actually the way you perceive it that's making the story play out. And if you want it to change it, you have to realize you're okay without it. Until you realize that you're okay without what you think you want, you're going to keep pushing it away because you're going to have the desperate, I need it energy. And we don't get what we need in life, not really, because we always have ultimately what we need. Like, we're always truly okay. But then we think we need these things that we don't actually need, because when you have the right attitude, you realize that you're okay without it. And so what happens is you have this desperation, pushing energy. Well, I can't do this because I don't have the money. And that might seem really true, but you're never going to have the money unless you decide to do it first, take the leap of faith, and then see how the money shows up. If you think that you need a husband to buy a house with, or a husband to support you, or to do your lawn work or whatever, and you think, well, I can't do my lawn work, I can't have a nice lawn because I don't have a husband. And you'll even find that you could call, this actually happened to one of my clients, you could call 5 different landscaping companies and they will not even answer, because a part of you subconsciously thinks you need the husband to do these things for you. And so subconsciously, since you really desperately want the partner, you will push it away, and you'll create a situation where people won't even answer the phone to help you with the yard work. Because if you fulfill the need of getting your yard work done, when you think you need the husband to do the yard work and to help you look after the house, then you subconscious thinks that you won't need the husband. So you're not going to get anyone to help you with the yard work and the house. Sounds so like I wouldn't do that logically. But you do it on a subconscious level. But when you start doing the things that you think you need, the husband, the money, the body, the this and that for, then things start working out. And I know it can be hard. I really understand that feeling that comes up that tells you it's just not going to work, or it's not fair, and it makes you feel sorry for yourself. But it is what it is. It's like, if you want the things you want, you must detach from their importance. And yes, you can have like a burning desire for them, but it's a desire, not a desperate need. So a great trick to overcome this toxic thought is to simply start doing the things that you would do if you already had the thing that you think you need. So for instance, if you want to work with a coach, but you think you don't have the money and you believe that it's really going to help change your life, well, then if you physically have the money for the first payment and you're willing to actually change your life, you're done with believing that your life won't change, then you put that first payment down before you know where the next one will come. Now, the secret is, though, you do not just say to yourself, oh, that's it, I don't know if it's going to work. You keep saying, no, this is going to work. I am going to find the way. What can I do? How can I give? Because money is about giving. Okay, money is about giving. You give, and then you receive. Okay, you give, and then you receive. And that just happens naturally. So the more you come at it from the viewpoint of how can I give, what's exciting for me to actually share, the more money you'll make, because you'll be helping people, you'll be impacting people, and they'll want to pay you. They'll want to work with you. They'll want to buy from you. And that brings me to another toxic thought, which seems positive, which is, how can I get clients? Oh, that's a terrible, awful thought that's not going to help you. So it seems like it's logical, but again, if you're thinking, how can I get, then you're thinking selfishly, and it's not, there's two types of selfish. One is a good type, okay? But this is the not good type of selfish, where you're thinking like just what you can get out of people, and it actually closes you off. What you need to do is open up to giving, to how can I give? What can I share? What can I create? What would be fun? And literally get into that lighthearted energy and allow yourself to realize that it's not this big stressful thing, that you create what is fun, good through you. And then even if it's not instant, although sometimes it could be, but even if it's not instant, then the more you give, the more you will receive. People will start responding. People will start trying it out. Your job is to hold on in there and keep looking for ways you can give. Now, I know some people are caught up in the, yeah, but I give so much and no one ever receives anything. Well, then maybe you've got some beliefs about sales. Maybe you believe either it's wrong to sell, or you don't believe people to support you, or you've been rejected. And so you actually show up from a fear of rejection. And so that causes people to reject you. So there's lots of little things. And this is why we do the inner work. This is why you go within, you bring up those actual negative stories. You don't just positive think over them, and you change your mind about them. And that's a big part of what I do with my private clients, in my group programs, and really through all of my energy work, my inner work, my videos. Everything that I do is about helping you realize your own true power. You are so incredibly powerful. When you think that money comes from other people instead of through God, through the divine, the universe, source, infinite intelligence, through you, like from you, from God, through other people. When you realize that you are actually the creator of your success, and when you realize that you actually magnetize your desires to you, and the ideas and the hunches that you've given to follow, to give and to share and create and play and do, it will always lead you to what you want, but you have to have the mindset telling yourself that this is working, that I can and I will. The more faith you have in yourself, the better it works out. And you don't even have to have perfect faith. Even just 20% more faith will do massive things in your life. I've had clients who started with me with incredibly debilitating anxiety and chronic issues. And, through our work together, we've cleared so much of that. But even as, multiple of them, even as they've worried their way through, because I was able to drop them back into trust, that even 20, 30% more, they see amazing things happening in their life. So then another toxic belief that seems positive is, am I being positive enough? And you feel this little holding up feeling, trying to hold up your positivity because you need the thing, you think you need the thing, and so you hold it up. Instead, you got to just relax your body, soften the tension. This is a physical process, because your body tells you which thoughts are right or not. And this is actually the module that I just released in my amazing program, my reboot of Trust Your Way into Alignment, my ultimate mindfulness and prosperity program. So I'm going to open it up for another round soon. So far, people are having amazing shifts, dropping deeper into trust, giving themselves permission to have their beliefs, noticing old stories that they've had and dismantling them, and getting back into trust, into action, into good ideas. So if that interests you, message me on Facebook or Instagram, or go to my website, spiritualsuccessjourney.com. Links in the comments below, and join my email list, and then just reply to the email to ask me any questions or tell me that you want to be part of it. You see, your body tells you which thoughts are actually toxic by giving you a stress response. Could it be more simple, right? Could it be more simple? Like, you literally are told through your body by when you start feeling stressed and negative, it's the wrong thought. It's the wrong thought. It's that simple. But you're so used to trying to figure things out that you think that it's actually helping. No, you have to decide. Decide this is happening. Choose this is happening. Choose to believe in yourself. And then you simply follow your ideas and hunches. Now, coaching really helps because people get so confused with that, and you've been conditioned to go back into your thoughts, back into figuring it out, and back into believing the negative things that tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that overwhelm you, that make you feel like you can't rest because you're scared if you do, you'll fail, or make you feel like you can't work because you're scared if you do, you'll fail. So there's different sides of the same coin. When you have support and help of someone gifted like me, who I see things in a way that really most people don't. I'm definitely a big weirdo. I've always followed my heart. I've been through the school of hard knocks. I've healed chronic disease in myself. I've healed PTSD and trauma triggers that would make me a messy mess, really upset and volatile and victim-minded, and where I'd blame other people. And through that, I found that people were always mean to me. And that was a pattern set up in my childhood. And so I've healed all that in myself. And I have healed this in so many people around the world too. So if you're really interested in getting a handle on your success mindset, so you take the right actions guided by God, the divine, the universe, whichever term you like, for the loving higher power that you literally program to treat you in a certain way, if you're really ready to program the field to actually give to you everything you desire, then you've got to get a handle on your thoughts and on your actions. You've got to get a handle on stopping believing those toxic thoughts that seem positive. Now, I'll give you one more for today. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Another one, a big one, is should. Telling yourself what you should do. Well, people say that you should never, so I'm not going to do it. People say you should always, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I say to my clients, but does that actually feel right in your body? So, no, I don't want to do it like that. Then don't do it like that. There is no one way to do anything. In fact, you have your own divine blueprint given to you by God, the universe, the divine, infinite intelligence that guides you step by step. So should just shows a program of some sort that you're following, a conditioned response from somebody else's rule. So I teach you how to break the rules literally and create your own, so that you are following your own divine blueprint, which is what leads you to success. And realizing, oh, here's one last toxic belief, thinking that success is some end result. So you work all your way there into exhaustion. Success is now. Success is literally a lifestyle. It's a habit of mind. It's a physical habit. It's how you live your life every day. So the way you live one day is the way you live every day. Okay. So if you're going through extremes where you're working yourself into exhaustion and then you're taking all this time off and you crash, well, that's not success. So it doesn't matter what you get at the end. You're only going to create more of what you've been doing. So it's really important to get control of your patterns, to get control of the way that you act, basically, to get control of your habits, of your thoughts, of your feelings. And then everything else from there, all these things that you want and you think you need, they just start happening around you even better and differently than than you've imagined. Ta-da! It's really that simple. So which one out of these seemingly positive but actually toxic beliefs have you been doing? Which one, if you're brave enough, be brave, comment in the comments so that you integrate it, so you remember it, and so I can witness it and say hi to you. Which one has actually, which one do you actually want to change in your life? Which one are you going to focus on? Which gem are you going to take and try to change? Are you choosing to change? So if you're brave, let me know in the comments. You know, I love, love, love to see you there. And let me know if you have any questions, if there's any other subjects that you want me to do videos on, because I could talk for hours basically on these subjects. So I'm going to leave it here, and let me know if there's anything that you want me to share, any questions that you want me to answer, so that you can change your thinking, you can get control of yourself and learn how to create in the universal laws, in alignment with God's laws. Because the truth is, as I said, you have everything within you. It's about learning how to trust yourself and how to take responsibility for how you feel now, instead of saying, well, I can't feel this way unless I get this. It's not true. Okay. Unhook your feelings from that desperate belief that you can't feel a certain way unless, you know, some guy likes you. You can't feel worthy unless he likes you. You're basically saying, you know, that you're worthless unless he tells you you're not. That's no good. Same with money. Like, well, if you think that you can't feel worthy if you don't have the money you want, is bullshit. Worthiness is just an energy state, like feeling curious, sad, and happy. You know, it's not, it would be like saying, well, I can't feel curious because I didn't make enough money this month. What? It doesn't even make sense. So there's another toxic belief, is needing to prove yourself and thinking that you can't be worthy unless you have ABC. It just doesn't make sense. It's just something you feel because you're inherently worthy. It's completely made up. Everyone is worthy. We just have all these layers on tops and these fears and these thoughts all going through our head. So your job is to get control of yourself. And to do that, the best way is with my shadow alchemy. I have this unique style that goes in and releases the trauma, aka the stuck negative energy that repeats and creates patterns. I can release it like that. And as we keep going with this work, you will retrain your nervous system, relax your vagus nerve. You will release the cortisol, reprogram your neural pathways, and you will truly begin to trust in yourself and take actions that really get results in your life. And once you do, you realize that the real prize, after all, wasn't the things you get. It truly is the person you become in the process. So I'm Kai Ashley. Let me know in the comments which gem has spoken to you. Ask me any questions, and go to spiritualsuccessjourney.com to join my email list, and you'll receive a beautiful free gift, whichever one is on the page there, plus loads of offerings and transformational content along the way. Thank you so much for being here today. And I want you to remember that you really do create your own reality. Bye.